Oh, good lad.
What's up guys? Before we jump in, let's take a quick look at the current leaderboard standings of the top 10 dogs that we've tested so far. Betty is holding it down at the top of the Bite Force leaderboard, and Tiny is absolutely dominating the power to weight rankings. Honestly, I don't think anyone's knocking Tiny off that top spot anytime soon. For me, that's the most impressive score of the series so far. We seriously underestimate just how strong our dogs are. Some of them have strength that's borderline superhuman. Even the smaller breeds can do serious damage. There's a funny trend going around on TikTok at the minute where guys claim they could take on any breed of dog in a fight. I highly doubt that. Most men would probably drop to their knees just from the pressure of Tiny's bite alone, never mind Betty's. And even if you somehow managed to choke the dog out, you'd probably bleed out from the bite wounds before it's over. Anyway, on to today's challenger. This guy has travelled all the way from Liverpool. Let me introduce you to Rage. So there we have it guys, our first male Presa Canario, and he absolutely blows the competition out of the water. You've all been asking how a male would stack up against a female Presa, and Rage definitely did not disappoint. With 20 extra kilos of bite force over Betty, both Presas now sit firmly at the top of the leaderboard. But more than that, it shows serious consistency in the breed. These dogs aren't just strong, they're reliable powerhouses. So I'm just going to pull up a side-by-side comparison of the male versus female Presa Canario. Both dogs are similar in weight, but Rage the male has a shorter, stockier build with a slightly broader muzzle. The scores from both dogs are seriously impressive, but if you keep a close eye on Betty on the left, you'll notice something interesting. Even though her highest single bite wasn't as powerful as Rage's, her average bite force seems higher. She's consistently hitting high numbers across the entire time she's on the sleeve. This shows that Betty really means business when she clamps down, and she's got incredible jaw stamina to maintain that kind of pressure throughout the session. Now, with a big, powerful dog like this, you'd think that they'd start to tire out after a few strong bites. I mean, generating that kind of force takes a serious amount of effort. But take a look at this. Here's Rage at the end of his bite force session, and then going straight into some legwork with Jamie. This is after around 10 minutes of sustained biting on the sleeve, and he's still full of drive. No signs of slowing down. That's not just physical strength, that's mental focus, stamina, and serious working genetics. Once a dog like this locks on, there's really not much you can do to get them off. We've all seen those viral videos, dogs in altercations, owners panicking, trying everything from shouting, kicking, even throwing water, but none of that works when a dog is truly locked in. The only reliable way to make a dog release its grip is to cut off the airflow, usually by lifting and twisting the collar or chain. It's brutal, but it's the reality of dealing with a dog in drive. That's why bite control, proper training, and responsible ownership are so important, especially with working breeds like this. So I just wanted to take a minute to say a massive thank you to all of you who followed the channel, liked, subscribed, and supported the journey so far. It means a lot. What started as a simple idea to measure a dog's bite force has turned into something way bigger than I ever expected. These are just some clips I'm putting together of a quick recap from the very first bite test, where things didn't quite go to plan, to some of the more recent sessions where everything started to come together. It's crazy looking back and seeing how much we've improved in such a short space of time. Better data, stronger equipment, and more powerful dogs. If you're new to the channel and you're into working dogs, protection training, or just want to see which dogs have the highest bite force, make sure you hit that subscribe button. There's loads more coming soon, and trust me, you won't want to miss it. Thanks again for all the support. Let's keep this thing growing.
129.
So as we've already worked out, 540 psi on my bite sleeve would be around 222 kilograms. We've tested both male and female Presa Canarios, and we haven't yet had one reach the 200 kilogram mark in bite force. So let's take a look at some other breeds and what online statistics claim their bite force is. The Kangal, with a bite force of 743 psi, would require on my sleeve around 305 kilograms. The Cane Corso comes in at 700 psi, which would equate to 287 kilograms, and the Bauble, with a mighty 800 psi, would require on my sleeve 329 kilograms of force. So, do you think these breeds would be capable of those scores? And here's something to consider. If your response is, well, a bigger male who was angry would be able to reach that score, then shouldn't all online bite force statistics change to something like, yes, a Cane Corso has a bite force of 700 psi, but only a really big male that's really angry? It's definitely something to think about when we consider how these numbers we see online are often generalised.
What?